Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? I am super excited to be here with you today because today I want to share with you things about sales. So this is a really exciting topic because I think it's a topic that is very taboo. I remember for myself, when I used to think about the word sales, I used to freak out. I used to think, I used to just get scared of it. I don't know why. I think most of us do, don't you feel? Hey guys, so guys, let's make this a really fun scope. Make sure you invite your friends and followers. Press the little guy right there. Hey, hello, Nuri. Hey Nuri, Viviana, I see you here. So excited to have you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you invite your friends and followers because I want to share with you today a shift that will help you create more sales in your business. And if you're here listening to me saying, Sheen, I don't need sales, that's not my focus, guess what? If you want your business to make you money and you want a business that actually works, you need to make sure your focus is on sales, right? Hey Nuri, awesome, so exciting. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Sharina Mayani and I'm a life and business coach. Basically, I support women to create their amazing online business, which is super exciting. It's what I really love doing. And the number one shift that I want to share with you today that will really create more sales in your business is loving sales. You know, so many times we have this fear around sales and we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to deal with it because we're scared of it, because we have this mentality of like sales is bad, or we have this mentality of selling is not good and sales is like bad, you got to force people. But when you start falling in love with sales, when you start liking sales, and that's the shift you got to make. When you make that shift, you get into a good energy with sales, guess what? Your business improves because sales is the heart of it, you know? A mentor once shared the story of how there was this business that was doing really well and they were spending all this money on like staff and training and what was it they were spending? Like many stuff, like events and stuff like that. And the CEO of the business said that the only part that we need to focus on is sales. That's the part that doesn't work. And my mentor used to say like, wow, if the sales part isn't working in the business is going to go down. And it did. Like a few months after, the business shut off because there were no sales. Like that's where the money comes from, right? That's where like every business needs to have sales. That's like number one focus. So you gotta like it. You gotta like it. Whatever business you're in, if you're in a service-based business, product-based business, whatever business you do, you gotta love sales. You gotta like it. If you have a negative energy around sales, guess what? It's gonna be very difficult for you to make money. And I think for me it was like that. That was my story. I was scared around sales. I felt like I had all these limiting beliefs and traumas and things around sales. I felt sales was something negative. It was bad because I remember sales being this thing of like you sell and you push, but you gotta like it, right? And it doesn't mean you gotta push anybody. Like I always say, when you have something to offer that someone wants, it's not selling, it's helping, it's being of service. Sales is being of service. You gotta like it. You gotta love being of service. You gotta love helping and not look at the sales in a negative way. I have a client who she has a resistance around sales, resistance around doing sales calls, like anything that has to do with sales, like she has a little bit of resistance on, and it's blocking her. It's really blocking her from creating success in her life. Like she's doing everything great, but that piece is missing, and without that piece, there's no money, right? So it's super important to remind ourselves of that. And guys, tell me, I see you guys here. Do you guys have any questions around sales, or like where do you feel is your struggle around sales? Like Anushka, Nuria, Viviana, where do you guys feel that you have struggle around sales that keep you stuck? Like, do you guys like sales? Do you guys have like a negative approach on it? Like, how do you guys feel towards it? I think it's super important to acknowledge. So for those of you who feel good around sales, I don't want to be salesy. Yes, that's like a big block we have. Like, I don't want to be salesy. I'm scared to be pushy. Like, I think that's a big one. Like, I'm scared to be salesy and pushy. But it's energy, right? If you feel you're salesy and pushy, guess what? You're going to come across as salesy and pushy. But if you know you're not being salesy or pushy, you're being of service, you're helping someone, you're giving someone a beautiful opportunity to change their lives, that's not being salesy, at least in my opinion, right? I am so grateful that when I started in this business, in this industry, I had someone giving me the opportunity to change my life. I am so grateful she came to me, giving me this beautiful opportunity to change my life. And it was a sales call. Like she sold me something, but I'm so grateful to that opportunity because it was that. And she was not being put, for me at least, she wasn't being pushy, salesy, or nothing like that. She was just giving me this beautiful opportunity that I'm so grateful for because it was that opportunity that literally changed my life. Anastasia, nice to have you here. Cynthia, hello. So for those of you joining in, we're talking about sales. We're talking about how sales is the #1 important focus, and without sales, there's nothing. I think in every business, the most important piece to focus on is sales and marketing. That's the #1 piece. If you focus on, like, I think in your first 2 years, that should be your #1 focus. And the #1 shift, for those of you joining me, Elliot, hello. The #1 shift that I share that will help you create more sales in your business, because with more sales is how you'll be more successful in your business and make more money and all of that. #1 shift you need to have is loving sales. You gotta like sales. You gotta have resistance towards it. You know, I see with my clients, we do a lot of work, right? We do a lot of work on changing their mindset around sales. You know, in my new program, Money Flow Mastery, there's a whole module. We're just working on sales and how to get into the right mind frame around sales, how to do sales, all of it, because it's so crucial to clear these limiting beliefs, this resistance that we might have around sales, and do it and master it and make it a good experience, make it a happy experience. I think the #1 thing that you can do is like it and change the word. Don't call it sales. Make it, like, for me, I always don't see it as sales, you know, I see it as service. You know, when I'm selling, I'm being of service. When I'm selling, I am, you know, I'm sharing a beautiful opportunity. I'm sharing, I'm being of service. I'm helping. So for me, just changing that thing that I'm not selling, I'm servicing, you know, I'm being of service, I'm helping, that shift itself made me, like, be in love with what I do and love it. And that's the whole focus. When you focus on that, everything shifts. So guys, tell me, do you guys have any questions around this topic? I know the sales piece is a topic that is, like, so, like, I know it was something that I wanted to master and was focused on, and it's something, I think it's a mindset thing, because, like, there's so many strategies around sales, right? Not to be invasive when you sell, but flow naturally. Exactly, Nuri. If you have something, right? And it's also being in the right energy, because there's so many strategies that they sell around scripts and how-tos, like, follow this module, follow that. I've done many trainings on that, and I have noticed it doesn't matter what training you do. I feel all of them really work. All of them are good training. It's your energy. If your energy is right and you're in the right flow, you're in the right frequency, like, why wouldn't you say it? Like, you know, it becomes a good experience. You gotta build, exactly. Cynthia, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's so true. Many times we're trying to sell something, which is why we feel salesy, because we're selling something that we don't believe in. So totally, I love that you brought that up. You gotta sell something that you believe in. And I had the focus part. I agree. Believe, exactly. I love, Cynthia. Thank you for bringing that up. That is so crucial, so crucial. So tell me, guys, any questions or anything you wanna share with me? What are you taking away from the scope? Like, what are you learning from the scope when it comes to sales? And you know, if there's anything that I want you to take out of today, is focus on sales. You want to make money in your business? If you want to make money in your business and have money flow in your business, focus on sales. What tip can you give to someone who never has sold anything? So a tip I would give is start selling. And you know, I don't believe that we've never sold anything. Shift the perspective towards sales. Exactly, Anushka. When you focus on sales, guess what? You're going to make money because you make sales. I think sometimes in the beginning of our business, we get focused on other stuff, making things prettier, like focus on sales, focus on sales. That's the fastest way to cash in money flow in your business. I don't believe that you've never sold anything. Maybe you've never sold a product or anything like that. Exactly. Be BFFs. Yes, Nuri. Totally. Be best friends with sales. Yes. I don't believe that you've never sold, because you're always selling. What's your daily mindset routine? I'll share with you now in just a minute. You are always selling. You know, selling is not selling necessarily a product and service exchange of money. You're always selling something. For example, if you have a friend or a boyfriend and you're trying to sell your boyfriend an idea, let's say you want to go to the movies and he doesn't want to go to the movies, you enrolling him to the idea of going to the movies, selling him to go to the movies, right? You're giving that. It's selling, right? When you are negotiating with your mom, with anyone, you're selling all the time. We're always selling ourselves. When we go for job interviews, when we're working, like, we're selling all the time. So we're always helping all the time. We're always being of service. So I think this thing of, like, I never sell, I don't ever want to do it. We're always doing it. We're doing it now all the time. All the time. We're always doing it. When we are expressing an opinion, we're selling, you know, we're providing an opinion. Like, it's always, we're always doing it. So I think we got to shift that mindset that, oh, I don't know how to sell. You know how to sell, which is why you're where you're at. So I think all of us are natural salespeople, you could say. and it's like this negativity around the word sales. I think the word sales has a lot of negative energy around it, so just shift it. Call it something different, but you're always selling, okay? Cynthia, so you asked about my morning routine. I usually change my morning routine like every few months, and the reason is, for me, it's about creating a morning routine that gives me chills. I love having morning routines that give me chills, so I change it sometimes when they're no longer giving me chills. So when, at least for now, I'll share with you what my routine is. I get up, and right now what I'm doing is always listening to Abraham Hicks. I love their meditations that they have. Like, they have one really cool on financial, like, abundance. They have on gratitude. There's one that I love around morning, like morning rampage of appreciation. And the first thing I like to do when I wake up now as a morning mindset routine is listen to that, because it just keeps me in this beautiful mood. And I put like high volume all around the room. I'm like brushing my teeth. I'm just listening, and it's just beautiful. And it just says like, this is a beautiful day. This is a great day. And like being in that energy, that's what I've been doing these couple of days, which I have really been enjoying, and I'm sure I'll keep on doing. And whenever I'm hearing the voice of that audio and getting into that appreciation rampage in the morning, it just gives me chills, and that's what it is for me. But I've done many things. I truly believe your morning routine should be one thing that gives you chills, like something that shakes you, something that really puts you in a good mindset. When something's not working anymore, change it, shift it, and make sure it's something that puts you in that vibe. I hope that answered your question, Cynthia. I think, yeah, I think there's no right or wrong in the morning routine. You gotta follow your butterflies, you gotta follow your gut on this, and do what makes you happy, you know? So, before doing the Abraham, I was doing a lot of meditations in the morning, on like Kundalini meditations, which I love doing. I always do it anyways. So yeah, like do what you love. The other thing I do after this Abraham meditation is I sit and journal at least for 5-10 minutes. Sometimes when I don't have time, at least for a minute, I just write what I'm grateful for. And I write my intentions for a day. I'm a big believer in intentions. I truly believe when you set your intentions, like, beautiful things happen. So I'm a big believer in intention. I love setting intentions in the morning, and during the day I love setting intentions when I'm having lunch, and I make it a habit now to always set intentions. So yeah, that's my routine. And I think for me it's also being very aware on how I'm feeling. So when I'm not feeling good and I'm noticing myself getting into go-go mode or angry mode or triggered mode, I take a break. I do something to shift. I do some tapping. Tapping is a big thing for me. I do it every day. I do it every day with my clients. I love tapping. And if you guys have been following me, you might have seen me doing lots of tapping scopes. I love tapping. That tapping is my #1 go-to when it comes to shifting energy. So tapping, I do it all the time. Whenever I'm noticing myself getting stressed or talking to someone and getting stressed or getting like, taking on the energy of other people, I tap. When I get triggered, I tap on everything. So that's something I do every single moment when I feel like doing it. What I do as well is every week, I have like my clearing sessions for myself in which I tap. Like whenever I get triggered around something, I write it down on a list on all the things that trigger me during the day, the week. If let's say I have a client set full on client day, and I can't like take an hour and tap or something like that, so I'll write like all my triggers, like all my blocks that I'm noticing, and I'll sit down and clear them, tap on all of them. And I have like a tapping date with myself, which I love doing. I usually do it every week. Usually when I know I'm up leveling and breaking like patterns, I do it every week. If not, I do it at least every 2 weeks. But I make sure I do it on a consistent basis, at least once a month. But usually I do it at least minimum 2 times a month, if not every week. Like right now, I'm doing it almost every week. So yeah, that's a big thing for me when it comes to mindset that I do. That has really helped me so much shift and really create what I've been able to create today. Because I think a part of creating success, right, and money and clients, whatever it is that you want, like whatever you want, part of you creating what you want is you being in the energy of it. Because I see a lot of women following strategies and doing things, but yet they're not achieving the results, they're not making the money, they're not getting the results. And it's all in the energy. Sometimes their energy is just repelling it. How are you sure you had a shift? So I'm very sensitive to my own energy, so I feel it. So for me, I know I'm having a shift when I yawn a lot, when I'm noticing like I'm going to the bathroom a lot, when I'm getting really, really thirsty. And sometimes I'm very intuitive, like I'm very sensitive, so I'll just feel it. But usually for me, I know I'm like a shift is occurring for me when I yawn a lot. That's like my indicator, because yawning usually is like an indicator of change in energy, like shifting and moving of energy. So for me, the main physical indicator is yawns. But usually now I've done it so much that now I know, and I come to know when I've had a shift. But good question. Also, when you journal, if you have the habit of journaling, when you go back and see your other notes, you realize like, wow, I don't feel that way anymore. And you see like how you've shifted and how you've changed, which is beautiful to have like a journal where you follow and do that. So yeah, Cynthia, hope that answered your question. So yeah, guys, for those of you wanting to learn more on how to clear your money blocks and really how to get better at sales and all of it, and how to have a good mindset, because I truly believe strategy is part of the business, but it's really having a really good energy and mindset. If you are not in good vibe, you're not in that, like, you're going to repel clients, you're not going to hold the space for good things, it becomes very challenging. So in my new group program called Money Flow Mastery, I actually show you and train you on how to do this. I teach you all around mastering your money flow, how to have a better relationship with money, clearing your money blocks, all the pieces around money. And I also teach you around business, how to create community, getting clear in your target market, how to sell, how to clear your selling blocks. All of these things I share with you in this program. I train you. This program basically includes, you get every month around 3 calls with me, group calls. It's a group program. It's a year-long program. And the reason it's a year-long, guys, because I want you to get shifts. I want you to really get good results. And we need that time sometimes, especially with the energy and the mindset work we do, because we do a lot of it. We need that time. And you're building a business, so we need that time to shift, so you're not worried about, oh my God, I need to do this in 2 months, because if not, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? You have that time. So, which is why I've created it to be a year long, and I'm super excited for it. For those of you, I'm already actually accepting applications. We start the program in June, but early bird expires tomorrow, and there's lots of cool bonuses in May. So it's going to be super exciting. We're doing lots of cool orientation, preparing, decluttering stuff this month in the program. So it's going to be really exciting. So if you feel called, I want to invite you personally to apply. You can go to www.moneyflowcoaching.com to see the page. That's the page. And if you want to apply, and if you are feeling curious, you have questions for me, maybe you're not even sure it's for you, apply. You know, I've opened my calendar this week to speak to you, to see if this is the right fit for you. And trust me, if it's not, I'll be the first one to tell you, because I want the mastermind, the group, to be very, very in sync. And if it is for you, trust me, I'm going to tell that to you too. So make sure you apply. You know, if you have any questions, anything, you can apply. Yes, awesome, Nuri. You're so welcome. Totally. Awesome, Andrina. Thank you. You guys can go to that site, moneyflowcoaching.com/application, and apply. You lose nothing to apply. If you're just curious, maybe you want to apply, maybe you're scared about the investment, apply, because maybe that's something I can support you with as well, because it's just energy. Money is just energy. So apply and show the universe that you want to do this. Show the universe that you're ready, and take that first step. It's all about you taking that first step, because when you take that first step, the next step comes, the next step comes. When we go in the future, we stress out, but we're in the present, all is well. So I want to invite you to apply and take that step if you're feeling in alignment to going for it. You know, really, and it's not about saying yes again to me. It's about saying yes to you and your dreams and your success, your money flow, okay? So I look forward to seeing your application and giving you the welcome to the program. We've already kickstarted the Facebook group. It's super exciting, and there's so many cool surprises that many of the people who have joined still don't know about. Lots of cool stuff coming up. So stay close, guys, stay close. Lots of cool stuff coming up. So have a beautiful, beautiful, awesome day, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.